Hi friends, welcome back to Masters of Chemistry. So we were discussing the detection and measurement of the radioactivity of the radioactive particles. So some of the instrument used for detection, that is detectors used for the detection of the radioactivity of the such particles. So in this we discussed already what is the ionization chamber, which is used to detect the radioactivity of and energy of the radioactive particles. So in this video we are going to discuss the GM counter, its construction and working, how it will be constructed and working in the detection of the radioactive particles or radioactive radiations. So the full form of GM counter is Giger-Muller counter. So this is called as GM counter. So this is also a particle detector which detect the radioactivity of the radioactive element or particles such as alpha, beta and gamma radiation. But this GM counter is particularly used for the detection of beta particles, that is electrons. So it is particularly used for the beta particles. Sometime it is used for the alpha, but it is not used for the detection of neutron because these are very less energetic particles. So that why these are not used in case of GM counter and detection of this particle. Now let's discuss the construction of this GM counter. So the GM counter or Giger-Muller counter consists of a metallic cylinder C. So this is the metallic cylinder C which consists of this GM counter, which is enclosed or packed inside a thin glass tube. After that, this tube is this tube is consist of filled of a mixture of gases which consist of 90% argon at 10 centimeter pressure and 10% ethyl alcohol vapors at 1 centimeter pressure. So basically this GM counter which is filled with a mixture of gases in which 90% argon is placed at 10 centimeter pressure and 10% of ethyl alcohol vapor is placed at 1 centimeter pressure. Next one is a fine tungsten wire W is inserted inside this small chamber, metallic chamber C. So this is act as a anode, and another one is the this anode is connected to the one end of this anode is connected to the positive terminal of this that is amplifier. Next one end of this tube is covered with the mica sheet. So this is the mica sheet which is covered with the one end of this metallic cylinder C. This mica sheet which is act as a or provide a path for the radioactive radiation. So through this mica sheet the radioactive radiation are enter into the GM counter. Now the wire of this positive terminal is connected to negative terminal of this cylinder is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and positive terminal of the battery is connected to the anode which through the resistance R, and through this resistance R a amplifier is connected to read the any signals are coming from this radioactive radiations are coming from the GM counter. So this is about the general construction of GM counter. Now next we understand the how what is the working or how we can detect the radiation by using this GM counter. Now working of the ionization chamber. So a potential difference DC of potential is about 200 volt is applied in between the anode and cathode. So this application of the DC voltage is depends upon the breakdown voltage of this gaseous mixture present inside the chamber. When this ionizing radiation or radioactive radiation are entered into the metallic cylinder C through the mica sheet provided, which provide the path for entering of the radioactive radiation inside the chamber, then this radiation are collide with the gases, that is 90% argon and 10% ethyl alcohol. When this radiation collide with this gaseous, the ionization of the gas takes place, and then the alpha or beta particles, that is respective particles, are eliminated from this gaseous. So then this electron or beta particle are moves towards the anode, and alpha particle are moved towards the cathode. So the deposition of alpha particles, that is beta particles, on the anode is anode, it produces the pulse of electric current. So this pulse of current is passes through the resistance R and it is amplified by the amplifier. So this is the general procedure for the detection of the beta particles by using the GM counter. Now the successful operation of any GM counter is depends upon the proper voltage which is maintained between these two electrodes, that is anode and that is cathode. If the proper voltage is maintained, means the ionization will be takes place as very quickly, and successfully we can determine the or detect the activity or energy of the radioactive particle. So this operation of this GM counter which can be explained by using a graphical representation. So the below graph shows the working of this GM counter, which is plotted as count per minute against the voltage. So 1000, 1200 and 1500 is the increasing voltage. So when the proper voltage is applied, then it will be ionization takes place. So at the minimum energy, so there is no ionization takes place inside the gaseous particles, but as the temperature reaches to the threshold voltage, that is 1200 volt, the ionization of the gases takes place. After that the release of the any ions or ionization of the gases is continued. So this flat curve represent the continuation of the ionization after reaching of the 1500 voltage between the anode and cathode. Then the ionization of the gases is increases. Now from this below graph we can understand that voltage below 1000 volt, there is no discharge of gases takes place, that is means no current impulses formation. So as the applied voltage increases to 12,000 volt, the number of impulses or remain constant over a certain region, which is known as plateau. If the voltage increases above the region, then the continuous discharge of the gases takes place, that we can discuss in the before graph. Now next one is the counting ability or counting rate of the Giger-Moller counter or GM counter. So GM counter can count 500 particle per second, and the counting rate is always depends upon the three factors. One is the dead time, another one is the recovery time, and paralysis time. So one by one we can discuss what is meant by the dead time, recovery time, and the paralysis time. So first one is the dead time. So dead time is the slowly moving positive ion takes about 1000 microsecond to reach the cathode. So the slowly moving whatever the positive ion generated from the collision of gaseous and the radioactive radiations, this slowly moving positive ion takes about 100 microsecond to reach the cathode. So this time is called as dead time. Next one is the recovery time. After the first particle is detected inside the detector, the tube takes nearly 100 microsecond to retain its original working condition. So this interval is called as recovery time. That means after detecting a single particle, the that is GM counter takes about 100 microsecond to detect the another particle. So this time period we called as recovery time. Next one is the paralysis time. So the paralysis time is the sum of dead time and the recovery time is known as paralysis time, which is could be 200 microsecond. So 100 microsecond for the dead time and 100 microsecond for the recovery time are called as the paralyzing time. So the GM counter are useful for the counting of beta particles. So it can also be used for measuring the alpha or gamma ray intensities. It cannot be used for counting alpha particle because the energy of the alpha particle is very less and window cannot be made enough to measure the thin to pass them. That is the mica sheet which is used, which cannot be allowed to pass such a less energetic particle inside the GM counter. So this is about the general construction working of the GM counters and counting rate. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. So in the next video we will discuss the another counter which is called as scintillation counter, its operation and working. Thank you for watching.